using your hands, just shift your glutes back so your sitting bones can root into the earth. Inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears. Squeeze, 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 and exhale back and down. Slow your breathing. Close your eyes. Elevate the crown of your head. And feel how lifting the crown of your head lengthens the rest of your spine. It lifts and elevates your entire body. See if you can maintain that engagement, that pull through the crown of your head. Make sure your neck is drawing back so it's in line with the rest of your spine. Today I wanted to talk about the path of yoga. And yoga was originally written and described in the Yoga Sutras, which was an ancient Indian text written hundreds of years ago. And the first two branches of the 8 branches of yoga are the yamas and the niyamas. The yamas and niyamas are codes of ethics and personal morals. So yamas really describe how we interact with others in the world around us, ourself. And the niyamas are more personal codes of ethics that have to do with our internal value system. So today's class, I wanted to theme after the first yama, which is Ahimsa. And Ahimsa means non-violence. You may think that in your life you embody Ahimsa because maybe you don't outright go and attack people, which is great. You're doing great if you're not an aggressor and you're not hurting anyone intentionally. But non-violence can also mean unintentionally hurting others, unintentionally hurting ourselves. Acts of violence don't always appear like acts of violence. Violence is anything that hurts or takes away from when you share your criticism with somebody who didn't want to hear it. Did you take away their joy and excitement? When you think bad thoughts about yourself, negative thoughts, are you taking away your ability to feel like you can do it? Like you are worthy? Are you hurting yourself with your limiting beliefs? Are you hurting others with your limiting beliefs? Do you hurt yourself when you have aggression towards others, even when they can't hear you? Like when we're in the car and we've got some road rage, who are you hurting with your rage, with your aggression? Today's class is going to be about practicing compassion, practicing non-judgment. and also practicing the way of nonviolence. So today, please do not push yourself too hard. We're not shoving ourselves into the direction we want to go. We always guide ourselves gently. Any moment that you have of judgment, of negativity, of limiting beliefs, can you fill that space with love? With the love for what you're doing, with the love for life, the love for your body, the love for others, because thank God we're not on this earth alone. And the love for yourself. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment to bow into your heart and thank yourself for coming here today. Great. So we're going to start by warming up the hips. So roll onto your hands and knees. If you need to, grab some extra cushion for your knees, or you can roll up the side of your mat. Have both knees on your mat. Your toes are curled under. You can lift your torso and step your right foot forward. And step it just a little bit more forward. We're in a wide stance here. We're going to inhale, send our glutes back. Flex your front foot so your toes are pointing towards your face. And exhale, lunge forward into your front leg. Feel that stretch in the front of your left hip. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Inhale back. And exhale forward. I totally forgot, but if you need, you can grab balancing objects, your blocks, put them by your hips, or you can have something around you to grab onto so you don't have to reach all the way to the ground. And really breathe into the back of your front leg when you inhale back, and push all the air out as you exhale forward. See if you can slow your breathing down even more. Deepening your breath and deepening your movement. The next time you come forward, plant your hands and step back into a tabletop. Toes are tucked under. Pedal out your hands for a moment. Beautiful. You can lift your torso. Step your left foot forward. Widen your stance. Inhale, send your glutes back towards your heel. Flex your front foot. And exhale forward. Follow your breath. Pulsing slow and deep. The next time you go forward, plant your hands and bring your foot back into a tabletop position. You can remove your blocks from alongside you. Toes are still curled under. Paw your hands into the mat. Find your index finger mound of your palm. Feel this part of your hand root into the ground. Maybe that means you've got to curl your fingers a lot. Really clench your fingers, clawing them into the mat. And that's how you really get to root down through that very strong portion of your hand. Exhale, feel your neck lengthen back. Your gaze looks down. And inhale, send your glutes up and back. Downward facing dog. Breathe and pedal out your feet. If you've got a cushion on your mat, you can move that. Inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, open and stack your hips. Knee points towards the ceiling. Right foot drops towards the earth. Inhale, kick your right foot back. And exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Stay high onto the ball mound of your left foot. Strengthen the back of your left thigh. And inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky. Crescent lunge. Breathe here. Bring your shoulders onto your back. Inhale, lift your arms up and look towards the sky. And exhale, send yourself into a little back bend. Breathe. Make sure your legs are strong. The back of your back thigh is activated and engaged, giving you space to surrender and breathe. Beautiful. Inhale to come up. Exhale, open your hands and pivot your back foot so you're in a warrior two position. Your arms are pointing to the front and back of the room, parallel to the earth. Front heel aligns with your back arch and look over your front fingertips. Make sure you're drawing your tailbone down so your butt is not sticking up and back. And your knee should be tracking over your ankle, not falling inwards. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Begin to send your right fingertips down towards the earth. You can lean on your leg as long as you maintain a micro bend, so you're never hyperextending your knee back. Slide down your leg. If you've got blocks here, you can reach for them, or you can reach your fingertips all the way to the earth. Your left fingertips towards the sky. Shoulders onto your back so you're opening up through the front of your body. Feel that stretch along the left side of your abdomen, your obliques. And breathe. Breathe and watch everything change. And if you can, look up towards your fingertips. Beautiful. Plant your hands to frame your front foot and step back into a downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here for a couple of breaths and then come into stillness for one breath. Imagine drawing your heels down to the earth and pushing into your hands. Breathe into the backs of your legs. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, open and stack your hips. Knee points towards the ceiling. Left foot drops to the right side. Exhale, reach your right leg, inhale your left leg back behind you and exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Stay high onto the ball mound of your back foot. Activate and engage the back of your right thigh. And then inhale, reach your arms up. crescent lunge. Our tailbones are pointing down so that we're not engaging too much of our low back. Feel your tailbone drawing down. As you inhale, lift your crown towards the sky. Look up towards your hands. Inhale, grow long, and exhale, send yourself into a bit of a back bend. Breathe, always remembering your breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, pivot your back foot so your heel is now pointing towards the wall behind you. Arms come out to the front and back of the room, parallel to the earth. Warrior two. Front heel to back arch alignment. Feel your expansiveness. Feel your breath energizing your body and how that allows you to expand and radiate through your fingertips, through every pore of your body. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Maintain that strong micro bend in your front knee. Begin to pivot your left fingertips so you can rest on your left shin so long as you're not pushing your knee back. And slide down your leg towards the earth. You can rest on a block if you need to. Right fingertips come up towards the sky. Triangle pose. You can look towards your top fingers if you're able to, and breathe here. Make sure you are engaging. We're never just dropping into anything. We stay high and light on our fingertips. We're engaging through our body. Bring your shoulders onto your back so you can open up more through your chest. And make sure that you're not hyperextending your front knee back. So make sure your front knee is strong. Beautiful. Plant your hands to frame your front foot and step back into a downward facing dog. Come forward into a high plank, high onto your tippy toes. You can drop your knees if you need to. Tuck your elbows into your sides and lower down to the earth slowly. With your hands by your chest, press into your arms, giving yourself a little back bend, cobra. Inhale and exhale, melt back to the earth. Create a pillow for your head, bend your knees, and swish your legs from side to side like windshield wipers. Breathe. Whatever side you're looking to, look to the opposite side and continue to swish your legs back and forth. Beautiful. Drop your feet so your tops of your feet are heavy against the mat. Press into your hands and see if you can lift your thighs right off the ground. So that stretch that you're getting, is through the front of your body. The tops of your feet are heavy in the mat, and you're plugging down through the correct corners of your hands. So adjust your hands if they're not right. Upward facing dog. Roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Drop your knees to the mat. Toes stay curled under. Send your glutes towards your heels And extend your arms out in front of you. Tent your fingers like you've got cupcakes under them. Melt your heart to the earth and lift the underlining of your arms so you can almost create a cavity for your ears. Some space as if you could hear. Like you're trying to hear something. So we don't want our biceps kind of like covering our ears. We lift the underlining of our arms. Melt our forehead forward. And breathe. Inhale back through tabletop. And press up and back into downward facing dog. Look towards your hands and you can walk or hop up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders come back, neck comes back, look down. And exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, palms together and down through heart center and alongside your hips. We're going to do that one more time. This time bend into your knees and really scoop the air. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, scoop that energy. Create an energy ball between your palms instead of bringing them all the way together. Draw your energy ball down to your heart center. Close your eyes. Feel the space between your hands. This invisible space that you're pouring your energy into. Becoming your energy ball. I want you to imagine sending all of your compassion, softness, nurturing spirit, kindness, love, warmth, and compassion into this ball. Imagine that as you send that energy to this ball, it's traveling all over your body and kicking out any aggression, any violence, any negativity. So really push your beautiful energy into this ball and imagine that you're pushing out anything that does not align with this beautiful energy. Feel the radiance between your palms that you're creating. Maybe it feels like a pulsing, like a push and a pull. Maybe you feel a warm tingling or a cool sensation. Take note of what your energy ball feels like. Exhale all your breath. Pause at the bottom of your breath. And inhale, put your energy ball into your heart. And feel yourself absorb all of that goodness. Feel it tingle in every one of your cells. Beautiful. Take a moment just to absorb and receive this energy. Your compassion, your love, your non-violence. You now embody in Ahimsa. Choose Ahimsa always. Inhale, bend into your knees, scoop that energy above your head. Inhale. And exhale, begin to just sit your hips down into your imaginary seat. Send your tailbone down so your curve in your low back is not too pronounced. Bring your shoulders back and down. And see if you can sit into your seat just a little bit more. Beautiful. Can you hold this pose? Maybe give yourself a smile here. Inhale, slowly come up to rise. Palms together and exhale down through heart center and alongside your hips. Close your eyes. Find your mountain pose with your eyes closed, so you're just feeling your mountain pose. Feel that alignment. Draw your neck back, tailbone down. Belly in, but still soft enough to expand with your breath. And draw your neck back, crown of your head up. We really lengthen our bodies through the crowns of our head. So really imagine drawing the crown of your head up, and that is what's holding up the rest of your body. That is what's elevating you. Beautiful. We're gonna do a juicy little glute stretch here. So reach for your blocks if you've got them. Have them at the top of your mat. Shift your weight into your left foot. So just pivot your weight into your left foot. Begin to lift your right leg off the ground. As you do, immediately cross your your right ankle over your left knee and reach for your blocks. I'm going to point this at me a little more. Imagine that you're sending your glutes back. So really push your glutes back. Flex your right toes towards your right knee. You can even grab your legs if you're able to. Wrap your arms around your legs and give them a squeeze as you draw your glutes back. This is really going to stretch your outer right hip, your glute. Giving our legs some love. Send love to your legs. And use your breath as the transit system. See if wherever you are, you can bring your shoulders onto your back more, so you're melting with your heart and hunching less. Beautiful. Extend your left leg, and as you do, uncross your right leg. Send your right foot to the back of the room. Standing splits. Fold. Imagine drawing your right heel back up behind you as you fold. Maybe have more of a micro bend in your standing leg. Beautiful. And exhale your right foot to meet your left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders onto your back, your neck comes back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Sweep your arms up and overhead, palms down through heart center and alongside your waist. Shift your weight into your right foot. Begin to lift your left foot off the ground, and as you do, bend into your right knee and cross your left ankle over your right knee. Reach for your blocks. Imagine sending your left glutes back behind you, giving you that juicy stretch. Breathe into that space And flex your left toes towards your left knee. A few breaths here. See if you can allow a gentle smile to cross over your face. So that energetically drawing your glutes back behind you is what's going to give you that stretch. Breathe into those tight spaces. There's no rush. Nurture your body. Beautiful. Begin to straighten your front leg and uncross your legs. Bring your left foot back behind you and melt forward, standing splits. Lift your left heel up behind you as you melt your torso forward. Micro bend in your standing leg. Really lift your left foot so it's not just dangling there. 2 more breaths. Last one. Make it count. And drop your left foot to meet your right foot. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step back into a high plank. You can drop your knees if you need to. Tuck your elbows in and lower down to the earth. Create a pillow for your head. And look to your right side. As you do, see if you can bring your right knee out alongside your right hip. Sorry, and look towards your left. Breathe. This is your half frog pose. Find a relaxed rhythm in your breath. Use your right arm to push into the ground and just straighten your right leg to meet your left. Roll back onto your belly. Using your left hand, press into the earth and see if you can get your left knee out alongside your left hip. Look over to your right. And breathe. Press into the floor with your left hand. Straighten your left leg out. And roll over onto your back. Bring your knees into your belly, grab your shins, and just rock from side to side. Give your kidneys a massage. Your kidneys are in your mid back. But you can give your low back and your upper back a massage, even the back of your head, if you let it roll with your body. Come into stillness, extend your legs straight out in front of you, wider than hip width apart. Let your feet fall to the edges of the room. Bring your shoulder blades back behind you, tucking them, opening up your chest, letting your palms flip open. Slow your breathing. Begin to notice your body. Use this time to get out of your head and into your body. That does not mean thoughts will not pass. It just means that our focus stays in our body. So even when thoughts are coming up, can you just let them be? Pay more focus to your body, what it feels like. Make sure for a moment that your neck is drawn down towards the mat, maybe creating a slight tuck in your chin, lengthening your spine. You are in perfect alignment, physically and spiritually. You are exactly as you are meant to be right now. In this moment, at the age that you're at, whatever it is, you are perfectly aligned. Can you trust that? Begin to invite some movement back into your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, wrists and ankles. Bring your feet together and your hands together up and overhead and give yourself a stretch. Roll over onto your right side. Using your bicep as a pillow, just rest for a moment. Press into your hands and come up into a seated position. Bring your hands together at heart center. When we slow down, when we fill our hearts with compassion, we become the best version of ourselves. A version of ourselves that does no harm to others, to the earth, or to ourselves. Bow into your heart and thank yourself for coming here today. Thank you so much for coming. The light and shadow in me bows to and acknowledges the light and shadow in each of you. Namaste. So enjoy your day and find some compassion for yourself. See if you can spread some compassion to others.